Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Skyman TV, the tourist man Black Africa. Is the world staring at a third world war? Is Palestinian Israel war likely to lead to third world war? What we are staring is serious, ladies and gentlemen. The world is living at a very difficult time. In a surprise move, Hamas attacked Israel. Palestine sent its soldiers to attack Israel on Saturday. And the casualties were many. It resulted to about 1,000 deaths. About 500,000 people were displaced. And on Sunday, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, declared and told the world that Israel is at war with its neighbor, Palestine. And what we are witnessing since then, especially at Gaza, we have witnessed bombardments, we have seen jet fighters all over, hovering over the skies. Skyscrapers are coming down. Hospitals are overstretched. Schools are burned to ashes. As we talk, Hamas has about between 150 and 200 captives. And the funny thing is that Hamas is threatening to execute them and broadcast everything to the world. And Israel is saying that it must rescue these people. It is going to do everything to rescue its people. And what we are witnessing so far, about 100,000 people have died. More than 500,000 still displaced in Palestine. It is shocking, ladies and gentlemen. When I heard William Samuel Ruto taking sides and looked like he was supporting Israel, I told my friends that this is a problem. And I said the president's security advisor has failed. It was not the time to take sides. A time like this is a time the country should have remained non-committal or non-aligned. Although you cannot take a neutral position, even those who take a neutral position, it's just to pretend. You cannot be neutral in politics. But it was too fast coming from the president to take side and condemn Palestine because it is bound to have some repercussions. And when this happens, because I also remember the Secretary General of the African Union gave a contradictory remark because he was supporting Palestine. Na ni jambo ambalo limekuzua mjadala mkali katika mataifa mengi. Most of the African countries have not committed themselves on any side. They have not even commented on anything. But some countries have taken sides. Unapotazama, for instance, America, who is the prefect of the world, has always supported Israel. None other than the former president of the United States of America, Barack Obama, condemned Palestine and supported Israel and said, like in the past, America was going to stand with her allies, that is Israel. Russia, on the other hand, has condemned Israel. But what we are seeing, kile ambacho tunaona ni jambo ambalo linaweza kuzua mitafaruku mikali sana, na tayari kama tunavyoona tunaona kwamba the world is in crisis. And this war is not going to end soon. When I look at the way America is now supporting Israel and the way the Israel Defense Forces are bombarding the when I look at the way the Israel Defense Forces are attacking Hamas, I think is being overwhelmed. because we don't have many countries supporting Palestine. And when you look at these hostages, I don't know what is going to be done, because these hostages who are held at Gaza by Hamas, if they are executed, the war is going to escalate. If they are executed, I think Israel is going to hit more than ever before. And here, I can see America entering this war. I can see Russia entering this war. I can see many countries taking sides. Where is China in all this? Because this one, I strongly believe, has given some countries a chance to test their might, especially China. No, China is a giant. It's a sleeping giant. And when you look at the warheads that are flying in Israel and in the border, what we have to build up, kwa sababu tunaona ya kwamba they are still bringing the tanks along the border. And what we are seeing is that if America enters this war, Russia also enters this war, what else do you expect? You also expect Britain to support her brother, that is Israel. You also expect some countries. You know, kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba mataifa mengi ya Uarabu yanauga mkono Palestine. That is the truth of the matter. But one thing is likely to happen, and that is why I said Kenya took sides so fast. We are going to see the escalation, even if this war is going to come to an end, and God help that it doesn't end up as the Third World War, because it will annihilate the whole world. That is the truth of the matter. Kwa sababu unapotazama utaona kwamba we are likely even to see the nuclear warheads being used here, kwa sababu the determination to defend their own country and to claim which is theirs ni jambo ambalo tunatarajia linaweza kuzua mambo mengi sana. So the end result is that we are likely to see the escalation of terrorism. That is what I'm saying. The president took sides so fast because Kenya is very vulnerable. We are very, very vulnerable. And not only Kenya, Africa is very vulnerable. And that is why it is always good to be non-aligned. Unapotazama vizuri sana utapata ya kwamba if the terrorism is escalated, because that is what is likely to happen, do we have the capacity to deal with this? We don't. Africa is a poor third world continent, and it doesn't have any ability. In fact, the whole of Africa can be brought down by Israel, because Israel military might is comparable to very few countries in the world. We are likely to see crisis, humanitarian crisis, kwa sababu yale ambayo tunaona ni mengi sana, na watu hajui wataenda wapi. Manyumba zimeharibiwa, vyombo vimeharibiwa, barabara zimeharibiwa, everything. And when I saw America now targeting the military headquarters and bombs were raining like lack of importance, I knew that it is serious. When I saw the rubbles, building collapsing, people inside the buildings, it was shocking, because you see now, they don't care, by the way. But when I look at the situation, we are likely to have war crimes, which actually will result to some people actually being aiding in the Hague. But I'm sure they are not going to cooperate, whatever the case. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza vile vile kutarajia ni kwamba vifo vitakuwa vingi sana, and they don't care, by the way. And because we have seen many people, many children be ending up in the graves, wengine wanazikwa by the bombs, and the women, they are not caring whether you are a woman, whether you are a child. It is war. Najua vita havina macho. Now, the death that we are witnessing is actually going to have serious ramifications. Again, it is also going to affect the trade, because you see, the world depends on trade. The trade between countries will be affected, and I know it is something that is going to be deadly. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, because the reason why I've given analysis on this is a number of people actually have asked me to comment about this, but actually I did not want to talk about it, because I know what it means. Actually, only God can intervene here. kwa sababu mwanadamu inaonekana kwamba inafika wakati ambapo hana uwezo. We are very limited to some things, but the madness that we are seeing in the Middle East is not something that we would like to witness. So let's pray that peace is going to prevail and sense is going to prevail, and they are going to return to reason. So Palestine and Israel, let's hope that they are going to come on the negotiating table and discuss and negotiate, because definitely this is going to